gazed in wide wonder at the joy they found. They gazed, the head nurse spoke up, said, leave this one alone. She could tell right away that I was bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, bad, bad to the bone. I broke 1,000 hearts before I met you. I break 1,000 more, baby, before I am through. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, bad, bad. Woman beg, and I make a good woman steal. I make an old woman blush, and I make a young girl squeal. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad, bad, bad to the bone. Every woman I meet, they all stay satisfied. I wanna tell you, pretty baby, what I see I make my own. And I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, 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 woo, bad to the bone.
What's the deal, gang? Back for another Asian session. How's everybody doing? Let's clear the charts. Let this do in. What's up, man? What's up? Hold on. Does it get it started? Daily close bearish below back below. Daily faked out here. Did it? Ish. One of those levels. Yeah, held resistance, closed back below on a daily. I would expect us to come down here today. 4 hour also closed bearish. We already have a top wick. Closed bearish at a previous resistance. It might be looking to close bullish here and establish support. Let's see what we do here. Top wick. Yeah, the hourly closed doji, but the 30 and the 15 are all bearish. Albeit there's no wick here, but this candle right now has a chance to make that wick. And I'll be honest with you, if we start breaking these highs on this candle, we're gonna look for buys. If that high gets broken, we should be coming up here. We've got, look, previous candle, no bottom wick. This 30 just made one, right? It came up top wick, just made that bottom wick for it. Thus running up here, we're gonna have buy stops on the break of the high. 5 minutes left on this 15. I would like sells overall because that'll match with the daily. But in this case, if we re-break highs, we're coming up to make a steeper daily wick. Pretty small for a daily wick anyway. Anyway, let's set. First, let's see how we close. I want to see this 15 through, because if we're not able to push up right now and break these highs, and this 15 close like this, there's a high likelihood that we might see the seller replay coming down. We'll see what it does. We're in a nice range. Okay. We're in a nice range. Try that again. Yeah, I'd like to close below here, below this area. If we can get this kind of closure and a bottom wick. Top wick next candle, 44.12, and we'll look for sells. 3 minutes left in this candle. Great entry. What do you mean? Intro? Oh. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, the gang's showing up. I see people hopping in here. People are hopping in here. We're filling up. Yep. Grab some seats in the back if they're available. If not, sit on somebody's lap. Not, man, standing room only, I guess. Miranda, what's up? John in the building. John last month, your stream new look is much better now. I like it. Thank you. Appreciate the honesty. That shit was ass, but it's good now. We in position? No, we are not in position. The stream just started. We are bearish here. The daily's bearish. The 4 hours bearish. Everybody and their mother's bearish. But these two breakouts, remember? Stipulation for trades against the bias. Is it the only way to trade against the bias? No. First 15 is about to close. This is just not much here in terms of positions. If you were looking at the chart somewhere up here, maybe. But you need a decent closure below here. And you need the range to come down here. Now that we've kind of tapped into this area, into this chop, we can start pushing up. And if we're going to start pushing up, you don't want to get into sells. You need to first confirm that you're not going to end up here somewhere. You're going to need closures. You're going to need a candle to respect 44.11, close below. For now, we wait. We're actually going to do our job and wait, right? 99% of what we do is just sit around and wait. Clean range below here. Literally filled this every time we come through here. So, say, should have no issue here to here. That's enough to go break even and be risk free. Well, not enough range here, about 50 pips. Let's see how we get down there. The key now is, does this thing ask us to hop on with it or not? But you need to have a clue for entry, right? Timing is everything. And like I said before, we know what's going and where it's going once it sets up. It's all about timing and where do you get in. So you need to know the when. What's up, Reg? See ya. Good to see your name. Oh boy, 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 boy. Dear YouTube, please stop with the auto translate. It's crazy because every single time you guys type W, it says in. Because W apparently means in many languages. All right. Will we just clear this fucker out? What are we gonna do? Strong support here. How many of you guys are taking buys here? No, quite a bit. Quite a few of you. We reflipped on the 4-hour, rebreaking the lows, filling the wick. I'd rather be in sells up here, falling in line with the 4-hour than in the buys on the 4-hour low. Although we do get a reaction large number of time. Might have made sense. What, 4,400? Wow, that's pips. Not enough. Can't go back to the 15 pip days. 30, risk 30 to make 15. We are not stepping back. I'm surprised you're here tonight, Wix, after the big dubs. Yeah, that was a toddy. That definitely, it's a candidate. It's a candidate for a toddy award. Yeah, but I forgot about that. Not that I forgot, just like it hasn't been brought up today, the entire day until now. So throughout the day, I completely forgot about it. Nobody asks, nobody cares, nobody knows. How are they gonna know? They're not gonna know. So yeah, I've never, not a single person in the world knows about today's W except you guys that are on stream and whoever watched the Instagram stuff. Nobody knows nothing. Yeah, what happened, bro? An extra long TT stream this morning. The bank teller doesn't ask where the money came from. You ever seen the news report? We had the eclipse last night, completely blind now. So, but I'm coming to you. Oh. Bro, I'm not saying it in a demeaning way. What do you mean? No. I was saying just because you said that, nobody knows nothing. I know he says that. But yeah, if you guys noticed how when I started doing the Indian accent, like every other streamer did it for like a week. You can take it up with him when he shows up tonight, if he shows up tonight. But yeah, Reggie, I honestly, it's just, I'm gonna show up regardless. Remember what I've said before, and this is something I really, really like try my best to keep to. But like, show up every day. You never know which day is gonna be your lucky one. You don't show up today, and it just so happens today was the day you would have like met the contact of your life. Today would have been a trade that would have even been a loss, but it would have been something that would have unlocked the next level for you, and you didn't show up. And that was it. That was your lucky day. Your mindset was on point, would have been on point at that day, that time, that trade. So show up every day. You never know which day is going to be your lucky one. So yeah, just kind of next trade, right? If it was a big loss, it would have showed up same way and just traded again. But if you drop a like, sub to the channel if you haven't done so already. This blue screen of death here, clean range. But we are severely overextended. Hey, Eddie in the building. I got you. You can go to the gym today?
sir.
No?
Feeling lazy today.
Yeah, gym people can tell. You probably pulled up to the parking lot, cried your eyes out, and went back home. I can tell. You know how I would know if you went to the gym? Your ass would be in a tank top. You'd be in a white beater right now showing off the tries.
Yeah, I got home late, took a shower, and sat down.
He's in fucking pajamas with the feet on them right now. Bow, 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 bow. Go, can fill this range, but I need closures. Otherwise, the stop is up here. And you'll be a damn fool to accept it. At some point, the RR monsters do have a point, right? Like, if your stop is 492 pips and your TP is 12, RR monsters got a fucking point. You're like, wait, listen to him. Listen to the double R guy. I need some serious music. This is some goofy ass music. I feel like we're in like a side quest of a Super Mario game. Can you do that thing again where you describe Tracer? The onion, cucumber, pineapple, and pickle and stuff? Bro, you think Wall Street hires a guy to watch your stream? No. What? No. Where you describe, I'll describe them as they show up, right? It's pointless for me to start teaching it if the concept's not going to be, in play in real time. It'll be irrelevant what I tell you. You need to, in order for you to learn it, you need to see it play out in real time, and it'll confirm the validity of what I'm explaining to you. From Wall Street here. Oof, Wall Street. Speaking of Wall Street.
I don't throw darts at a board. I bet on sure things.
You feel me? There it goes. Whee! Whee! Damn. Clean through that range. All right, let's get rid of it. Gotta wait for the sprint now. What was it? Now we need structure. Move just happened. This is your runners. If you took cells up here where you want to be in, you want to be in cells up there. You don't want to be in cells down here until you have support, because support will take you up to resistance, which will create a range. And if it's too small of a range, that resistance needs to break you below that support, and then we're good to go. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Will you be live in New York? There's a bear shit in the woods. You sound like Market Whisperer. Whispering. I'm just whispering. Yeah, I said, imagine if I just ran the whole stream whispering. Yeah, thank you, Eddie. Appreciate that. That would have been pretty bad. Almost as bad as when Marcos had a fucking roach on stream. That was crazy. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Or as bad as when I was recording a fucking Instagram video with my mic on.
Hmm.
Do you remember that day? When I was like, how to make $1,000?
Oh, yeah. We're all listening.
Gas tank and you go to fucking work. Then I said it like 10 times.
What's up, Airbender? Cheese and rice. Drowning. Bad. Wow. Nice move, right? So what do we know about gold? It's going to create a low here. It's going to create a range. Enclosure, no bottom wick. I'm not fucking with that move though. I don't know how much it's going to keep dropping. That's a lot of momentum right there for a candle. Right? But it can just melt. So we want the move. It's clearing out a lot of range. Whatever orders were here to the left, they're going to be gone. Clear them all out. Going to find support. Right? Once support is found, that's one step closer to entry. Right? We wait on resistance. Once resistance is confirmed, we are looking to retest the lows. Right? Gold creates lows, retests them. Creates highs, it retests them. So we love trading it. It's very technical. Has a resistance. If it creates support here, we want to trade it up? Of course not. We want this shit to just push up and create resistance, either via fake out, right? Or a hold. Ideally, it can do both. Ideally, we can hold the level on the 30 on a 1 hour, something like this. After a bullish closure into this area. Or we can close on the 15 above. Close back below, which makes our 30 candle look like this. Like candle, but at resistance, we should fill the range before any kind of bottom wick to fill this up. So this is the 15, this is the 30. Both of them should see this on the next candle. Sorry, ran out of space there. So really depends, either a fake out or a hold of this area, onion, and getting interesting now. Yes, because we're retracing. Created a low. Hopefully we find a resistance to retest this low. Right? Creating a range. What do we know? Ranges are wicks on a smaller time frame. If you're going to fill the range, what are you going to do? You're going to fill the wick. Drop down here. Sorry, let's go up here on the one. So if this pulls up, this is going to create this range on a smaller time frame. You can see, right? It's a range. Creating support coming up. So it's creating a wick for it to fill. If we open up a top wick, that's what we're looking for, entries. But you have another 26 minutes here for the 1 hour. Some people into the Zoom. Go ahead. What else, gang? Anything interesting happened today? Anyone crash into a flea market or anything? No? Yeah. How many of you have not left the computer or your trading terminal since the New York session? You guys are fucking champs.
Bro,
But he's like,
you
I
did
haven't
that,
left
dude,
since
you're a
2022,
savage.
bro. And Mike Erdos that went to State Fair. Are you still there? Get me out of here. Ooh, look at that Teletubby.
What a pump, dude. I just closed on some buys.
Yes, sir. Bottom, oh, right off the level I mentioned. Nice. Good job.
Yes,
43.93.5.
My exact entry was 96 or 95.8.
Oh, that's late.
Or
Yeah,
no.
because you market X'd. Set that
Yeah, I
limit,
market
bro.
executed and I saw like 80
Set that
pips of
limit.
drawdown.
Because it's gonna tap it, but you get a 20 pip, 10 pip worth entry, but your stops would still be the same. I'm guilty of doing the same shit sometimes.
I didn't have the level exactly. I had a little zone, so I just market executed.
Yeah. Great. Oh. You left the runner? No.
I did not.
Good.
I only entered with 3 contracts. So cutting 30% of the profit off sometimes. I don't have enough contracts yet. Maybe when I trade like 5 or 6.
You're gonna be a millionaire by December.
I switched over to these daily payout accounts. I had too much profit on the other accounts that I wasn't able to withdraw.
Yeah, I don't know about December, bro.
I thought that was annoying.
Well on your way, bro.
I don't have a goal, but when I do, we'll get a yacht.
We'll get a yacht? I don't want a yacht, bro. You get a yacht, and I'll just come by. I don't want to own. I don't want to clean. I don't want to take care of it. I want to pull up. Just
No, yeah, that's what
destroy some of it and leave.
we just gotta be calm. The last time I went on a yacht, one of my boys threw a can across the yacht. It hit the driver or the captain in the head, and he cut it off halfway through. Refunded us half the money, and we all dipped.
I'm not big on the yacht thing. They cost too much for me. It's like just a fishing boat, bro. Some monster engines and some
Depends where they take you.
and some high quality friends.
The ones here in West Palm are bigger, cheaper, and the water's nicer here in West Palm. It looks like you're on an island. They let you hang out, they let you smoke.
They let you?
Depends who the captain is. If it's some Cubans, you're good.
Nah. You can't be booking a fucking yacht and have to ask for permission. That's like question number one. That's like it's the number one question. It's literally like whenever there's plans, it's like, can we smoke? No? All right. Might have to skip those plans.
Next room.
Where else can we go? No? Damn. Like if I was hiring people, I think it would be the #1 question. It'd be like, you smoke weed? Yes. All right, we can continue this interview. Tell me about your college, your degree. Tell me about your experience. That's how the interview would go. First thing would be like, do you smoke weed?
All the tradesmen that I worked with at my last place, all of the best ones smoked and didn't tell anything to anybody. They were just secretly by themselves. Nobody knew. Nobody smelled anything.
I mean, everybody knew, but nobody talked about it.
Well, I smoke and I didn't even know. I would work with them some days, and then one day, I guess he just had enough confidence with me. He pulls out an entire mason jar of joints and he goes, "Yeah, bro, I just smoked these throughout the day."
Well, that's not serious. That's like right now, it's like pulling out juice, right? Like,
Oh, in his work truck, he had a mason jar full of joints. And he goes, "Yeah, dude, I just grab one throughout the day, smoke outside, change my shirt, and go to the next job."
that's when your job is like that, right? Repetitive, monotone, like you got to get through it. You need some fun.
Yeah, there's days where I'm just quoting all day long, just get to a job, I take some measurements, I give them a price, and then I dip, and it's just boring.
Quoting all day long.
Yeah, those are days where I just sit
You
in my
walking
truck
around
for
to
like an
be
hour
or
trading.
not to be. And just quoting.
I literally sit in my truck with my iPad, my other iPad, and then my phone in the middle, and I'm just watching the charts, watching you guys. Parked in a random Starbucks somewhere.
You ever pull up to a job and I'm gonna trade? You can just literally bet that. Be like, look, if they win the trade, you give me the contract. If they
Dude,
lose.
you'll see me with my phone like this, knocking on the customer's door, watching the trade. And I'll be like this, "Hey, how you guys doing?" And then I'll do my best to say, "Okay, let me just go take some quick measurements. I'll be right back." And then I'll keep looking at the trade.
Big orders at 75. I can see why. But why is a crooked letter? And I'm not into crooked things. I need structure. I will not take this buy at 43.76, but I will wait for it to break this shit. Wait, how much is it stops? It might be worth it. Because if we see a bounce, 30 pips. I'd rather see the shit break everything and then come back up above the range. But man, look, does this meet every criteria? Take this against the bias. We have a higher time frame level, multiple time frames, the 1, 30, the 15, all the same level. We have precedent here for that bounce up multiple times. And we have a stop. But boy, this can break by 10 pips and give you a fat snap back. Yeah, we might risk it for the biscuit as it starts coming down here. 4376.4 might be a little BBL. Much I'm talking about it, it's going to happen as I'm talking about it. We're just 150 pips away. Why not sells until there? Well, that's what I was hoping to do. But we're not printing any structure to give me those sells. Yeah, top wick entry here. Great. No bottom wick there. So there's a possibility that runs up on you. But look here, like this is clean range below here. Drop down. So let's see how it prints. Maybe it forms a support somewhere around here. All right, get another pullback. And then we can look at the rebreak of the lows. There's quite a bit of room to fill here, another 140 pips. But the fact that the previous 30, no bottom wick, right? This one's just created that range and it can push. But I'd rather get another top wick on the next candle here in about a minute and a half and then do that. That'll make the 30 drop and I mean the level here, this level here. Let's see, we'll see how this prints right now. I wouldn't mind a bottom wick first to break the lows here, or maybe to match the lows and then push up. If that happens and we're able to get to 4,400 flat, we'll set a sell stop. Oh, that's what I was telling you to do earlier. Hold on a second, chat. Oh, there's 45 seconds. You got it. Grab a ultra. Gang, 20 seconds here, 15 seconds. It's done. We got this funky support here, right? And after we tapped that area, the market came up all the way here, not here. Last time we drove down like that. Got a bounce here, up, and then fill the range. New 15 just opened. What's the stops? The previous candle. 32. Made that low. If it re-breaks it, I just don't see the hourly coming back there. It's clean down here. 4,400. Did we get there? Nice wick overlap there. Man, this will be so much better if the 30 holds here, right, for another 13 minutes and we don't break down, because that's a stronger time frame, right? Than the 15 break of the lows. The 30 gives us a bullish closure, and the next 30, the next 1 hour, that would make sense then, because it would be the next 15, the next 30, and the next 1 hour breaking the previous 15, 30, 1 hour lows. It would fall in line on every time frame. And we got that closure there, so that's where the wick came up to. See, we got 13 minutes. Will it hold the 30? Damn, that looks really good. Let's 12 minutes, 10 minutes. Damn, I think we could be very far down here in about 12 minutes. Give me a rebreak at a high, and I'll consider this. $50 for the stops. You know what? Let's go. I'm gonna go current candle stops, limit, stop, sell stop. I'm gonna go current candle here, 43.90. See if we can push. Not that bad. Not 35 lots, a bit lower here. There's room. Room to 86.6. No, I'm sorry, 86 flat. 86.3. Whoa! Yo! Don't pull up on me. Damn. I didn't close nothing. We're gonna hit BE here. Yeah. I didn't have a chance to set my buy limit. It's just gonna pull back, hit B. Fuck! Did you guys see that? I didn't even get a chance to set the buy limit. It just smashed right through it. Wow. I should have done the live first, because that would have... Yeah, you can't have this pull back on you now, because it'll leave a steep 1 hour wick if it wants to. God damn it. Literally to the TP, 85.5, 86 flat. Okay. Volume-wise, it should continue down. But we don't want to be here with the hourly closing in 10 minutes, right? Last 10 minutes, last 15 minutes can leave, to pull back to leave a bottom wick that you can fill in the next hour. Yeah. I did secure some on here. I wonder how many I closed. I closed 25 pips on the dot here. W! I can't even place the... Doesn't even feel like a W. It feels like a B. But I did close 25 pips in profit. I mean, a W is a W, but man, I didn't get a chance to set nothing on the live. It activated. I just want BE because of that pullback. We'll see. We'll see what we can do on the next hourly. But it did create structure for us, right? It kind of created that support. It was on a small time frame, the 5, but 15 held bullish, top wick, off a resistance level, rebreak of the lows. You're expecting, well, I still expect this to push down to the bottom of the range, but the probability of our trade working out went down because the initial range, which is our advantage point, has been eaten up, right? That was the advantage point. There's a reason the first TP was here. Yeah, congrats to everybody that was a bit quicker than me in setting the actual TP. I just closed when I saw. Gave a good 50, 60 pips, right? 57. 638 contracts are trapped at 85. 6 sells there? Wild. I didn't know they're trapped. Maybe they were getting out of a trade, getting out of a buy. It was a stop. I think people had stops there, right? Not that any of it is relevant to like what we're doing. Yeah, can you give me a second before I want to run to the bathroom and have a couple of tokes of that cryptochronic highlight, and I'll be right back. I gotta go get water. I gotta pee. All that manually executed. Maybe people got scared. That happens too when you're in drawdown and the shit starts going against you. People start panicking and they're like, "Fuck, close before it goes any lower." Can you tell they got a dry mouth? All right, give me a sec. BRB. All right. Settle down, class. Settle down. Who the fuck threw a paper at my back? Who the fuck is... Who's spitballing here? Yeah, this is exactly why I didn't want to be in there, because, man, the hourly should pull back, right? The last 15, we know that's typically the case to leave that wick. You have a wick on the hourly. Got range. But be very careful here. We don't necessarily have to retest these lows. You might see a tiny wick on the next candle and a push up. The only reason I'm saying that, yeah, we're really bearish on the daily, but there's a lot of potential to make a steeper top wick based on how we've been coming down. I mean, how we've been coming up on a daily, right? First heavy bearish candle, below the range. I'd expect a drive down off resistance. Maybe this is it right here to the left. But you don't want to be liquidity for all the buyers. So just wait for structure. Wait for the range. Wait for what you know. And that's a nasty like candle there. But if it's a support, you might see this run up for a few candles before coming back down, which would make sense, right? The hourly creating a top wick before eventually re-breaking whatever low it makes right now, which might take a few candles. It might slingshot. But for you, for me, yeah, right? This is not financial advice. For me, for me to be able to do that, I would need to see some structure here. Distance, support, breaks. These are the breaks. Chat, we're gonna make it to ESPN one day. One day, trading will be on SportsCenter. We're gonna be on SportsCenter. There's gonna be just like, I don't understand why is poker on the sports channel, but day trading isn't? Like, I'm watching the WSOP or the WPA or PTA. Oh no, that's the parent teacher thing. Whatever it is, I'm watching it and I'm like trading. They could do that with trading. There should be a World Series of trading tournament, World Series of trading bracelet, right? Top wick, and you taking this, cousin? No. How about no?
How about no?
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
I will not. Well, 97? Why? Because it. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Just you be killing them. You be killing them. You be killing them. We did not break the lows, gang. If we come up here, break the highs, and then re-break the lows, we'll be in here to finish out the rest of this range for 80 pips. Capiche? Yeah. That's what you guys know. You know the gun? AK-47? That's what the K stands for. Kapishnikov. So much problems. Not even from people, just insomnia. Let me sleep. Let me work. Stop barking. You're not a dog. Pretend you're not a dog. That was structure. I used to be in your stream some time ago when Jay and Turpy used to be here. Where are they now? We got to do an episode of Where Are They Now? Bro, that was like last month. That was 2 months ago. Jay was on stream this morning, yesterday, last night, yesterday morning. He's on streams all the time. He's here. Yeah, Turpy started doing synchronized swimming, and he's doing that now. Joined my traveling team. But yeah, no, they're all here. Jay is, here's the deal. If you want to know an update on Jay and you haven't been here for a little while, he just had another baby. Yeah, just had a brand new baby, came in from Amazon, got delivered with no damage, and he's he's caring for a baby. He's a father to a baby. You know, some people are fathers to their car. Some people are fathers to their fucking frying pan. Some people, he's a father to a baby. Some people are fathers to their friends. Weird. Yeah, you ever find somebody that talks to you like they're your dad? Man, keep them around. They really care for you. Because my dad's not afraid to say what it is, how it is, and if it hurts your feelings, it hurts your feelings. He's just trying to, you know, put it out there, and like he'll truly criticize you while wanting you, you know, to do better. To see, there's a reason. Like that's the thing. People don't realize your friends that are willing to actually play devil's advocate and go back and forth with you with the opposite point of view, or to tell you something about yourself. Like, think about it from their perspective. It's like, man, like, why the fuck? Like, it's just easier to not say nothing. They know they're gonna get shit. So when a person tells you something and they're your friend and they're criticizing you, don't tell them like, oh, I don't need to hit. They know that you're going to give that answer because they're obviously in their head like, yeah, I'm obviously criticizing someone, so I'm obviously going to expect pushback, right? So like it's the opposite. Respect those people more for willing to actually stand up to you and actually, you know, make you uncomfortable, because it makes them uncomfortable, and in reality we'd rather avoid it unless it's something we care about. Then we put ourselves in uncomfortable situations because it's really something we care about, right? So man, don't fucking avoid those people. Avoid the ones that are always just making you feel good or appeasing you, because they're not building you. Unless it's somebody you grew up with, then it's a different story. Like people you grew up with is just people you grew up with. For some reason, that's just how it works, right? Because a lot of times people you grew up with are like you've bonded through experiences. You went through a bunch of shit together. You had no choice. You were, you know, you lived in the same yard and you were robbing the same supermarket and you were stealing the same cars, and right, and you were hurting the same people. Went through the same experiences. Well, I'm not talking from personal. I'm just talking about you guys. I don't. Look, you talk. I come from a happy family. You know what I mean? Until they forget about all those experiences, and move on like you're nothing. Yeah, but that's not on you. That's on them. Your job, like, is to remain principled and continue doing that for people. And that's the only test of worthiness, because like you said, a lot of people just forget about it, but there will be a select few who will return the favor. That's the ones you keep around. But you can't, that's the ultimate test, because you have to continue being you. Okay. But yeah, I used to feel hurt about like those experiences. I was just talking to somebody about this. Like, I can name like really close friends growing up who I thought like, yo, they would always, you know, have my back because just of all the things I did for them. And we don't even talk today. But you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Like, I'm cool with it. Like, I'm the distancer. I'm the avoider. I'm content with with myself. You're right. I'm getting in terms with that, but hard when you know someone for 14 plus years and they forget everything. Bro, I know people for 30 years. I've bailed them out of jail at 18. I've bailed them out of jail at 35. I stood up for them, you know, in a fight, in a high school dance, and we did dirt together, you know, in our late 20s. We don't talk. So like, yeah, everybody's got that story. Everybody's got a story. Like, you think it's like that for you? Everybody's got a, no, not to make you feel like smaller or make you feel like your story don't matter. It absolutely does. But everybody's got a story, right? So you gotta at some point come to the realization that it doesn't matter right now. It's a rough draft and the shit ain't written yet. Easy to talk, right? In philosophical terms and ideas and right. So I can't like, there's none of what I'm saying should make you feel good. It should only confirm that you're on the right path, because you're questioning, am I doing the right thing? Because I'm the only asshole in doing this, losing that, losing rent money, losing all these trades, buying multiple accounts, using my mom's card, using, you know, using like my wife's card. it's you know, asking kids for money, my own kids, right? Yeah, if you're in those situations, you know, you gotta work around it. But like, people in those situations, everybody wants to quit. Everybody's going through some shit and wants to quit at some point, and you're losing it and you're flipping out. But I'm here to tell you, you're on the right path. There's a reason you're here. You're on the right path. You might be on a detour to your destination, but you're on the right path. Easier to not have criminal friends. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Like, I gotta say, like, my closest friends, the most realist people I know right now, all have felonies. That's just the reality. I probably wouldn't trust anyone else more than them, but every single one that I would name, right? I can count maybe a handful. They all got felonies. Anybody took this bottom wick? Yeah, I'm gonna avoid this, and I'm gonna wait for this to break all the lows and then come back up above it. If it wants to bounce up, I'm cool with it. I'll just wait for that to actually happen. When we have this kind of big push, I'd rather see all the lows break. This is a strong support. Like, this is high quality, right? Low risk, 30 pips. You're probably gonna get a flip all the way up to here, 4402. But I find that position, usually it's a lot bigger stops here, and I'd rather avoid the position altogether, because the better one sets up, because it eventually will come down, break these lows. It'll sweep them. It might not close below, but it'll sweep them. And then you'll start pulling back up here. And the following candles that are going to bottom wick into here should ride you up there. Because this initial wick is typically not the ride all the way up. easier not to have. I mean, you just don't control, you know, the cards you're dealt in life. It just sometimes it's where you come from, like the neighborhood you grew up in, or the yard you're in, right? Like my friends were just the people that were in the immediate surrounding. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Right? It's like that saying. It's you know, it's not about the hand that you're dealt. It's how you play the cards, right? It's not about like, not about your situation. It's about your ability to adapt, to learn, and to grow. As I say in my intro. Only you can help you, yes. So help yourself. Help yourself. Don't mistreat yourself, right? Don't diminish what you're doing. Don't devalue what you're doing by treating it, you know, by mistreating it, by treating it like it's not something that's valuable. This directly affects your pocketbook, your quality of life. If you don't get angry about that, man, like you're just going to be a simp. You gotta get angry about that. Like you better be pissed off when you're not succeeding here. That fire better be lit. You better have a chip on your shoulder. You better feel like you deserve it, because like what else is gonna drive you to be obsessed with success? If not, you know, like your own pocketbook, your own success, your own vision. You can't blow an account and just go laugh it all. Be like, yeah, I blew to another. You know, show up in a chat. Yeah, blew 2 more accounts. LOL. LOL, bro. Be mad as fuck. Because if somebody did that to me, like if they just opened my account and blew it, I'll like, what? And now I'm doing that to myself, but I'm okay with me doing that to myself, but not somebody else. But yet you're setting an example for a principled human being. You think you're the only one that knows? When shit like that happens to you, think like people can tell. Oh, you're mistreating yourself. Whatever it is, people can tell. They can feel it. And they can feel it because you feel it. You feel it and you project it. I'm talking about you. It's just a common journey. Just breaking through this. See what happens. This is the level where the buy limit would have been. But we kind of had a reaction here, pulled back up, and now we refilled it. So I would expect this to break, but this is where it would have been. Yellow line. All right, remember what I said. Heavy break, closure back up above, and then we can look for that bottom wick. Otherwise, some structure to continue down. Buy orders move to 73. I see. Well, aren't they just fucking brilliant? This is good. You did not miss the move. This is not the move. This is the setup for the eventual move. Unless you were in a, you were planning to get in up here. I wasn't on the charts. I was just getting in. $73. Did we sweep the lows here? We did. We broke. I think we broke. Yeah, we broke that low. So this is perfect. This is what I was talking about. If we can sweep the lows and still, I was hoping a bigger sweep though, but still pull back up, we're going to create some kind of resistance, and price should trickle down into this area so we can bounce back up. But we shall see. We shall see. It's not typical that the market rips through this and doesn't come back up to a resistance area. Maybe this is that steeper bottom wick. Closure back in range. We'll see 9 minutes here. But it's 30, and then we're into the last 30 of the 4 hour. Damn, yesterday. When did we get a trade yesterday? We took it at midnight, right? We closed at midnight. 12:04, I think we closed. Yeah, we took a trade right after stream yesterday for 100 pips. More. It ran for 200 something. It ran for 160 or 140 on the funded here. But we closed that at midnight. That was after stream. And there were so many positions that set up. The leg candle buys. It was, yeah, the interesting price action, structured price action came after the stream. Orders getting pulled. They might have been used to pull price down. You might see those same people taking sells up here. How many orders got pulled? I don't know why we discussed this, because this is irrelevant what we're doing, because sometimes these things can really fuck with your mindset and be like, and your levels, and you know, just do what you're doing in terms of price action. But I was just curious. They're all from one person. How many? Do you know? Interesting. Yeah, I'm just like curious, just so, you know, for context and over time, I'm kind of getting the understanding of how it works in terms of book map, right? Well, I doubt I'm ever going to use it. All right, let's get rid of all this. Irrelevant. Only thing that's relevant here right now is this. All I need is one line. Habibi, come to Colombia. Need a support. 100 got pulled is what I see. 50 left. Huh. Why is there a discrepancy? We need a theory right now. 50 at 72, 50 at 73. Pulling price down. Maybe not specifically those contracts. Some, I mean, right? It's fundamentals driving this. Like 100 contracts aren't moving the market. Yeah. Gold drowning. Got drowning on the replay. All right, do we get 4,000 before we get GTA 6? That's really what the people want to know. Yeah, I'm not going to ignore that trade we just took. I secured 25 pips on a dot. Kind of looks nasty next to that 240 we secured this morning. That's a W. Alphabet Outlaws 25. That's our smallest win of 2026. W. And most of you guys took a dub on there. I'm mad. New product by Apple. Took 350 pips. Go off. That's great. Just as long as your risk is off the table and you're not, you know, gambling with your profits. Runner, house money, keep it moving. Next trade, next position. Forget how much you made here. Forget you did anything. Just on to the next one. It's a long grind. This W doesn't matter. This loss doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing today, in the grand scheme of things, it's a grain of sand. We had to read on the drop here. We had to read on the drop right here. I believe I had cells somewhere right here on the top wick. There was at some point a position open there before 90. Very overextended here. Very, very, very overextended here. Ideally, we get a nice, strong push up. Yeah, get a closure at like 43.86 before the 4-hour closes. You would expect the next 4-hour top wick, which we could take advantage of. Why expect the next 4-hour top? Because if we're going to hold support, you'd expect price to bounce up off of it. Now, if for full transparency, nobody asked that question. I made it up and I answered it. Kind of like how it used to be when I just started streaming. I got lucky though, because like a lot of the audience came from Don's streams, because lucky, but it's just the way it happened in terms of streaming. It just was easier because I initially off the bat had maybe like 40, 50 viewers. Not like 8, but still quiet in the chat. Me and my 3 followers. All right, liquidity grab. Let's go. It is cool to answer your own question that you create because they come from knowledge you have. If we don't know something, we can't imagine the question. Exactly my perspective. That was very good. You explained that you put that into words very well. Nadia. Oh, my gun's Nadia. Nice. Yeah, as I'm talking, as I'm voicing it out, I'm like, well, this would be a good question. And then I answer it just because I feel like the answer is the value and the question is the reason you need to understand that value. Bro, this fucking dinosaur. That's what I'm saying. Hold on a second. Looking like a next 4-hour position. 10 p.m. might be it. Might be when we're looking for something because if you think about it, this 30 would need to close. No buys on this. There's no sells on this 30. It's gonna have to close either further down at support or back up in range, create some kind of support on its own, get us back up to a resistance. Like I said, we need some structure. Oh shit, people at the door. My bad. Come in. Gotta let the zoom in. Yeah, bye. Get ready for this chat. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you're probably not at the PC. I didn't let him in for a while. Yo! Usually as soon as I let him in, it's yo! Yeah, I don't know. I'm off today. Ever since Miss Cleo fired me, I'm a bit off with this predicting future thing. I mean, in terms of timing, I still speak shit into existence. Like, I wasn't joking when I said Eddie's gonna be a millionaire by December. I'm serious. It's gonna happen. By some December, he will be a million. Back. It will come in December where he will be a millionaire. No ifs, ands, or no. No ifs and ands and big butts. Where did Eddie go? He did? Damn. Did he even say bye? Nah. No goodbye, no note, no post-it, no postcard, no nothing. Mechanic. Caviar, talk to your boy. Teach him manners. Cricket's Eddie, word. Eddie, Eddie, wherefore art thou, Eddie? I'm gonna reward myself with ice cream and a cubby. I got the 4-hour flip. Like a little kid, positive conditioning. Maybe doing stuff with his place. Hidden cameras and Diddy oil. You been grinding? Swipe left, swipe right. Where Bougie at? Yeah, you know what? That's what I'd like to know. Where's Bougie? He just kind of... He quit on us. I mean, he didn't quit, but he quit on us. Disappeared. And like, why would he leave? We're not his kids. Like, that's some shit, you know? You don't walk out on us. Walk out on family or some shit. Why would you walk out on the community? Ah, it's just jokes. Just jokes. Yo, Bougie, if you're watching, bro, come back to the Discord. We miss you. We miss you in your pink fashion. He went to the store. Word. He on a milk carton. I'm gonna get some milk. Bodybuilder to Shark Tank. Nobody on Discord? You gotta approve me or something? No, read the directions, bro. We love Bougie. Yeah, Bougie's been here forever. That's why I'm surprised. He just like dipped. I fuck with Bougie. trade did I take? We had sells here earlier. Yeah, would have had to stay down for a while. Oh, hold on a second, chat. How can I help you? You need help with homework? What kind of homework? Math? Math or English? Show it to me. Bring it over. You only got math homework? All right, it's third day of school. I didn't know you already got math homework. Bring it over. We're gonna do this as a community. Gang, she needs help with her math homework. Figure this out. See. What's a comparison sentence? Oh, okay, I got it. I can give you the answer, but I want to explain it to you because you're not going to understand. So just wait for me. I want to explain this to you. Okay, because you just got to follow directions. Like, it's confusing if you read the whole thing, but if you follow directions just sentence by sentence, you just do each step. That's why I know you don't get it. That's why if I give you an answer, it doesn't help you. I'd rather you not have an answer than not know how to do it. Let me finish. I'll go over this with you. I'll show. Do everything else. Do everything that you can do, because I want you to understand that. You caught a dove. Had to go get food. Yeah, I'm starving Marvin too, bro. It's a 4-hour candle here. Just a menace. And if the shoe fits, I'll wear it. 520 pips. So this is good. Look, we swept all the lows. This now needs to come back up, close back in range. That happens, the 30 fakes out, 15 fakes out. We're going to look for some buys. It just won't be immediate. Gonna print a little range, push up, bottom wick entry, and maybe some BBLs down here. $16 minutes for the 4-hour and the 1 hour and the 30 and the 15. Asking me for help with math homework. Like third day of school, third day of third grade. Give me 1 sec. Let me see if I can help her. I'll be right back. Just, I wanted to finish up. It's getting late and she needs to go to bed. 22 minutes. I'm going to be waiting on this hourly to close. We got 15 minutes. If you got something to do, I'm going to be back in about 5-7 minutes. But if you got something to do, go do it. Coffee, tea, smoke break, bathroom, the funky chicken, whatever you got to do. Funky monkey. Give me a sec. While we're at it, let's get some value out of this, too. Maybe some inspiration. This could be really good.
This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people. Uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going. The belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given. They're taken. And I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset. My choices. My willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit. Because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
Bill, the son just turned 19. College. Barcelona's football academy. If we close with no bottom wick on the 4 hour, I'm going to call it a session. Got 10 minutes here. This thing closes with no bottom wick. Yeah. I'll honestly call it I'll probably call it if we close below this area. I want us back in range. Some buys. Sells would take a little while to play out. I'm going to need multiple candles for sells. Plus we had a massive morning. And we just took 25 here. So, been a big day overall. Feeling a bit old. Age is just a state of mind. If you don't mind, it don't matter. I spoke about this before, but that's only until you get arthritis. Then it's a real fucking thing. Right? It's like cars, you know. Certain amount of miles, shit just starts breaking down. You gotta maintain it. What's up, see ya? With an I. Never knew a Sia. Then one day I met two. Already there? Already where, my friend? Arthritis? Seven minutes here for the 4 hour. Gotta wait. No structure. No entry. Waiting for a buy setup. Yeah, I'd prefer we close way back up in range. Like, based on the levels here to the left. The preference is this 30 to close like this. Current 30, the candle that we're open right now. That's the preference, ideally somewhere above here. Okay, that closes the 1 hour bearish, but above the range, above the overall range with a 30-minute fake out. Technically a 15 as well. That would be a 15 fake out as well. And if that's the case, Whenever this price comes down, might be a few candles, might be one candle, but whenever price eventually, sorry, wrong, wants to do this, I will look for this entry here. Bottom wick. Ideally, we get something like maybe a leg candle into this area. Wait, messed that up. Right, smaller time frame leg candle into here, and then we can look for that bottom wick entry. Right, the 30 will probably look, or the hourly will probably look like it's just coming down and already has a top wick. But on the smaller time frame, if we get an indication of exhaustion and no more range, we're going to look for that bottom wick entry off our level for this push. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
That will be my pancake. I like the fact that we swept all the lows. Yeah, there's nothing telling us we're gonna head up and this is where the market reverses, but we can play the buys in terms of the next 4-hour top wick if we close below the range here. I mean, above the range, because at that point, the market is telling us support is holding. We should come up. Heavy bearish candle. Yeah, we should come down on the 4-hour overall. But if it's going to come down now, it'll close below the range now. It should. Now is not the time. It'll pull back, hold support, and we're going to trust it to stay what it's telling us. That's support. We're going to push up for a higher time frame top wick. Spoken a lot today. I'm losing my voice. We got 3 minutes to go here. Closure right at it would be tough because you're holding this level, but then you want quick entries off this level, so you want that closure above the next support. Yeah, we close below this area. I'm gonna have a hard time taking any position over the next hour. It's gonna take some time. I literally tap out the 4-hour sellers. That'd be yeah. First, it has to tell us how it feels about this level. Does it respect it? Does it not? I mean, a lot of sales could become liquidity here, right? That's why I wanted it to sweep the lows, because the push up will be harder. Ideally, a range 2 breakout versus this bearish structure. Two minutes. Dos. Can we see a pump up and a bottom wick created? Remember we said usually the last 15 will create a pullback, create the wick and the range for the next candle that we can take advantage of. It's not doing it for us, but it's a pattern that happens quite often. That's how we can build an edge around it, right? Because the futures market, I told you, trades have to be placed, which creates, weaknesses in the market, creates patterns that you can spot, creates an edge you can spot. One minute here. I don't care if we close below there by a little bit. Yeah. Structure, need structure, need multiple candles. Now you need a higher time frame closure back up above the range, maybe the hourly and maybe a range 2 breakout, but that's the only way I could take some buys here. That did not close respecting this area, which means maybe a bottom wick and a pullback, but I would bank on this coming down further, maybe to 43.48 as the next stop, 43.50 areas. But the way that closed on the 4 hour, that is a heavy bearish 4 hour candle. You might see a reaction here at these wicks at around 64, 65 areas, right? Previous levels. But overall, this is a range right here. This wick, the top of this wick to the bottom of this wick, that's a clean range on a small time frame. And that means, look, we just closed below too. After a little bit of structure here, if we get a resistance and a closure back below, yeah, I'm down to take sells. But right now, I'd need the market to pull back. And if it's able to pull back all the way up here, we can look for some sells at 44.09, 44.10 areas, 44.07, right? To retest these levels here. And if that's the case, we're going to see indications of exhaustion on a smaller time frame at these levels and a possible opportunity to sell. Right now, there's nothing there. It's just going to take quite a bit to print in order for us to have an edge. Okay, on that note, I'm going to call it. Gang, what is it? It's Thursday, right? Unless you're in Asia, so yeah. If I see something, I will call it in the signal channel. I'm still trading. It's still early in terms of trading in our session. It's just going to take a few candles, and I don't want to be here till 11, 11:30, midnight. I'd rather just, go teach my daughter some math and take this into the signal channel so the private community will get this whenever there is a position. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. We will end the week out strong, just like we do every week. And let's keep the momentum going. Big day today, over 250 pips back. And yeah, I just want to keep it rocking. Let's keep it rocking, keep the momentum going, and show up with full mental capacity tomorrow. Your mental clarity intact and operating at 100%. Thank you, gang, for joining me tonight. Zoom gang.
Thank
guys
you,
in the
Wix.
Clubhouse. Absolutely. And mods, thank you so much for helping me run this stream. You guys are just a bigger part of it as I am. Always patrolling the mean chats of YouTube. And chat. In the morning, we'll be on by 8:45, 9. Today I jumped on at around 9. Yesterday at 8:45 or the first. So yeah, 8:45, 9. See you there, Kevin. Hop onto the Discord. Be more active. Run a session in there. All right, chat. You already know the deal. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. As I said, great day. No need to overdo it. When it sets off, you take it, build some momentum, build a streak, and get on the right path. Profitability. See you tomorrow. Later.